Have you ever looked at your birth chart and felt like a total walking contradiction? Your Western Astrology app tells you that you're a fiery Leo, born to steal the spotlight and conquer the world. But then, out of curiosity, you pull up your chart in an ancient Eastern system called Wei Dou Shu, often translated as Purple Star Astrology. And spoiler alert, it tells a completely different story. It says your destiny palace is ruled by a dark, brooding star, making you deeply introverted, cautious, and highly suspicious of others. So, which one is mine? Are you the loud, proud lion, or the quiet, calculating strategist in the shadows? Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we are going down a massive rabbit hole. We're going to decode the ultimate battle of mystical frameworks, Western Astrology, Eastern Purple Star Astrology, and where the tarot fits into all of this. We're not just talking about telling fortunes today. We're talking about history, psychology, and the hidden matrix of human behavior. Grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive deep to understand why these systems gave you different answers. Western astrology is fundamentally built on the concept of the hero's journey. It is deeply tied to Greek mythology and later to Carl Jung's psychology of archetypes. When Western astrology looks at you, it asks, who or why are you? Your sun sign is your ego. Your moon is your emotional shadow. It's an incredibly psychological tool designed to help you self-actualize. It treats you as the main character of your own movie. But Purple Star Astrology? That's a whole different beast. This system was born in ancient China. It was literally the emperor's code, used by royal astronomers to predict the rise and fall of dynasties, while the Babylonians were looking at the stars to understand their personal souls. The Chinese were mapping out a social hierarchy in the sky. So the stars in this system aren't just psychological traits, they're social roles. The purple star Ziwei is the emperor. Another star is the cunning advisor. Another is the ruthless general. And the chart itself is divided into 12 palaces that represent your network, your career, your merit, your wealth. Do you see the massive shift in perspective? Western astrology asks, who am I internally? Eastern astrology asks, where do I fit into this complex? Chaotic psy. One is a deep psychological evaluation. The other is a brutal, pragmatic game of geopolitical chess applied to your life. So where does tarot fit into this epic clash of East and West? If astrology and purple star are the grand maps of your life's terrain, tarot is the flashlight you turn on when you're lost in the dark right now. Psychologist Carl Jung coined the term synchronicity, meaningful coincidences. Tarot doesn't work because of cheap magic. It works because the imagery triggers your deep subconscious to reveal what you already know but are too afraid to admit. Let's do a mind-bending crossover. Take the tarot card, the Emperor. It represents structure, authority, and control. In Western astrology, that's Aries or Capricorn energy, but in Eastern astrology, it is the exact embodiment of the purple star's ego itself. Or take the Hermit in the West. It's a Saturn-ruled search for inner truth. In the East, it perfectly matches the energy of someone whose karma palace is hit by a void star, someone retreating from the noisy world to find peace. Tarot translates the complex math of Western planets on Eastern stars into highly visual, instant psychological snapshots. It proves that no matter what language you use to decode the universe, human psychology speaks the exact same underlying language. Now, let's get into the practical, high-stakes application. What happens when these two systems completely contradict each other in real life? Let's say you have Jupiter, the planet of extreme luck and expansion, in your second house of money in Western astrology. Congratulations, you have a natural millionaire mindset. you attract money effortlessly. But then you run your Eastern Purple Star chart. And sitting right there in your wealth palace is the Pojun or the Destroyer. The Eastern practitioner sighs and says, you have a massive hole in your pocket. You make a fortune. And then you burn it to the ground. Or the contradictory, no. If you understand the operating systems, they are showing two halves of the exact same truth. Western astrology shows your internal drive and vibe, Jupiter. You feel lucky. You are optimistic, and you have the confidence to make big money. Eastern astrology shows your behavioral outcome in society, the destroyer. Because you are so optimistic, you take crazy risks. Throw all your cash into wild investments. And constantly reset your bank account to zero. You are broke, but you are a dangerous cash flow gambler. Western astrology heals your internal conflict. Eastern astrology maps out your societal blind spots so you don't ruin your life. You need both. The priests in Babylon and the royal astronomers in ancient China were looking up at the exact same stars. The West saw mythology, rebellion, and the soul. The East saw empires, strategy, and survival. As modern people navigating this chaotic world, we don't have to choose just one lens. Use Purple Star Astrology to understand the chessboard you were born onto, and figure out who your allies and enemies are. Use Western astrology to understand your deep psychological needs and how to love yourself. And when the fog rolls in, and you can't see the next step, pull a tarot card to hear the whisper of your own intuition. Remember, this year, Eastern or Western, is just a factory manual for your vehicle. It tells you your horsepower, your suspension, and your blind spot. But the steering wheel? That is always in your hands. Don't let any mystical system become a cage. Use them as weapons to see the world clearly, and then play the game by your own rules. In your name, if this cross-cultural deep dive perspective changed how you see astrology, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments below which system resonates with your life right now. I'll see you in the next video. Stay curious.